You know, what I've realised over the years as I've aged and matured somewhat is that kindness is the greatest form of maturity. Tenderness, kindness, courtesy, graciousness, a kind of humility. These don't come, with youth in many ways. We have to learn them through our own journey. They're the qualities, not of the self, but actually of the softening of the self. They're the qualities that develop almost naturally as we experience things like failure, humbling, sorrow, grief, loss, maybe illness. All of these kind of qualities or experiences that happen to us as we move through life. And those same qualities can cause a kind of bitterness or a withdrawal or a kind of hardness almost, where it's easy to become cynical and kind of beaten down by life. But the wise one, the one who's prepared to open themselves in a deeper way, I don't know what causes that. Maybe that's just grace itself, but if that happens, then the path becomes not just one of awakening, so-called awakening, which is really in a lot of ways a kind of an attempt to understand, an attempt to come to terms with the meaning of the world and the way of the world, and the fact that the world seems so full of suffering and is actually, life is hard to deal with. The human experience is very hard to deal with in many ways, and so we seek awakening in order to offset that, or in order to understand that, or in order to come to terms with it and accept it. That's part of the spiritual journey, I think, for many people. And then, with that kind of journey, in a way, we come to look at our own humanity, and by and by maybe open to a deeper way of being with ourselves and with others and with the world. And that's what I'm talking about. It starts to foster a deeper kindness, because you see that suffering is inherent in the human condition, grief is inherent in the human condition, and pain is inherent in the human condition. And much as one wants to do something about it endlessly, in a way, the acceptance that there's not much that can be done about it apart from opened into it. Finding a deeper equanimity in it. This equanimity is not just a detached seeing, but it's equanimity which is grace, which is a form of love, which is a form of unconditional love. And to see that and to know that, and for that to kind of filter in, that's where I'm really interested in how awakening filters into the human condition, and so that we carry that recognition, that compassion into all experiences. That's a great maturity in that, and a great presence, and a great depth, shall we say. Kindness, tenderness are a depth. They're a depth of maturity that happens to us. It can't be faked. It can't be bypassed into. It's not a phony kind of thing. It's a very true way of being in the world. It's nothing to do with boundaries, nothing to do with, kind of not caring, or, it's actually very strong. It's a very powerful way of being, because you can't truly be kind. And by kind, I just mean a kind of deeper understanding, a deeper compassion. Kindness is not a doing. Tenderness is not a doing. These aren't things that we do. They might start off with, by being things that we do, but by and by they become things that we are. They become the way that we are. Kindness is a quality of awakening, a quality of maturity, a quality of depth, a quality of presence. It's kind. It's not pandering. It doesn't pander to other people's kind of nonsense, if you like. It's just very true. It's a kind of true way of being. And we have to change our understanding of what these qualities mean and start embracing them. By and by, as you go deeper into yourself and as you mature on the journey, so these things as if happen by themselves. And just wanted to remind you that kindness is probably one of the highest qualities of a human being.